Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, 2025 was the year that, my Nintendo Switch really got a break, and it really did. And it was all thanks to Atari. When I bought this, I really wanted to support the company because I wanted another company out there. And this represented a different type of control, right? It was not only the nostalgia, I really do love the idea of this controller. Could they make another one, a more advanced one? I wish they would. But for what it was, I was happy with my purchase, and I did something that I don't usually do, which is buy something to support the company to see it succeed in the future, right? And I'm happy I did. That was a good investment, let me tell you. It wasn't only about getting another console. It was about having a different choice in the future. And let me tell you, that company transformed my gaming habit in 2025. Before that, I was playing retro games. I was playing retro games on my Switch. And, I had my hard drive where I back up all my games and I play them on a computer to save them. These have a life just like anything else, right? And I save them for playing on the go, and then I take them out to play them here. I have all my old consoles installed. But the Nintendo Switch, when I got it, the game that really interested me back in the day was Shin Megami Tensei. That's the reason that I wanted a Switch, right? Nintendo, yes, all that stuff. It's also a brand new form factor for them. After the disappointment of the Wii U. But for me, it was the anticipation of that game, right? That was a system seller for me. And through the years, it became the console where I played most of my retro games. I would buy the, $7.99 old retro games on there. I have Scramble, I have Donkey Kong, other games, other retro games on there. And having the old school games that you play with the service, that was another way I would use it. And I was, happy with that for what it was. And in 2025, I decided I'm not going to buy the Switch 2. Instead, I'm going to buy the products from Atari, right? Because when I saw this, and I made a video about it, right? When I saw this bad boy here, and I saw that it had right here, the trackball and the rotor pad, I was like, whoa, that's on the go. Playing Tempest with a spinner, right? Playing Crystal Castles with a trackball, playing Centipede. Those are all things that really interested me, especially on the go. Right now these consoles are right over there charging because I'm going to be at the doctor's tomorrow. Crazy day, but I'm going to take that where I usually would take my Switch. Right, I'm taking that tomorrow because I play more pick up and play games. But besides that, the two things that really made the difference, going back to cartridges. This stage in my life, with a young daughter right now, I can't play those long games. I'm struggling to get through Horizon West right now because it's a longer game, right? The 50-hour games or whatever, I have a harder time. Sometimes I just want to pick up and play and go. The 7800 Plus satisfies that cartridge, nostalgia that I have, right? Not in my older consoles, they're getting older. I want to preserve them, And these might be ROMs in a box and what have you. I get it, right? But I'm an older guy, and what I'm saying here really applies to older gamers. What I'm going through, it's not, somebody that's not a Gen Xer is probably not going to appreciate the same thing. They didn't grow up with these consoles, right? But for me as a Gen Xer, right, it really has transformed. And with the Sprint, it just changed the game. I'm always playing Astro Smash, right? I play the other games, but Astro Smash is one of my favorites. Guys, I haven't even downloaded the other stuff. I tend to keep my console stock for me. I just haven't had time really. I've been really busy with work and other things, so I haven't had the time. to mess around with it. Not that it's too difficult now. A lot of people have done it on the internet, as you see. But the biggest change for me has come in the fact that I'm not even touching my Switch. Right? Because I primarily used it as a retro console. I'll go on there to play, the Sega service games or what have you. I am waiting, right, for the Virtual Boy because, I order it because why? Because I'm a degenerate, right? I had to do it. But I'm more excited for that, right? I'm more excited for that than I am the Switch 2. That should tell you everything about how I feel about the Switch 2. I've seen it. My kids have it. Do I have to have it? No, I don't. I still haven't seen anything that I need to play. Whether it's the new Donkey Kong, I'd rather play the old Donkey Kong. The Donkey Kong that I love, right? The original Donkey Kong. Do I need to play Mario Kart? No, I'm okay. I'm okay playing the Wii first, the Wii U, right? That or the one that I have already on the Switch. I haven't seen anything from that console that excites me yet. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but there isn't anything there that I have to say, oh man, I got to go spend $500, in order to have this game experience. No, I made the decision to purchase, all these Atari products, and instead of the Switch, they're lower cost. Altogether, could have been a wash, sure. But they provide me the retro experience that I've been wanting for a long time. The pick up and play 15 minutes and I'm out. It's satisfied that completely. And I'm still playing the VCS. I'm loving Dig Dug. The old school 7800 Dig Dug. Having a great time with it. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I'll focus on one game, then I'll change our cartridge, I'll play something else. And then this, let me tell you, when they said it's just going to be, that it's going to be USB, it's not going to have cartridges. A lot of people are hemming and hawing, about it. I'm having a great time. And I started putting away, I made a members only video, I think, where, I was showing people that I was putting stuff away because I want to preserve my games, especially these. The boxes are, like, I use my games, so they're handled. I don't have pristine boxes. I play these suckers, like I'll go through them, I'll go through my eras where I'm just playing, okay, I'm just going to play the Wii right now. I'm just going to play the Wii U. I'm just going to play, the original Xbox. And I'll move to the X360, PS2, PS3, PS1, whatever it is. I go through phases like that, right? When you have a collection this big, it's easier to do. But as far as the pick up and play stuff, the fact, it's just crazy. Right now, Atari has taken over a lot of my retro gaming. Even, like I said, I have a hard drive with all the hard drives that they sell and stuff like that. But a lot of those games I'm playing on the Game Station Go because I could sideload them. So I'm playing them there. I'm playing the main games. I go from, playing old Atari games because it comes with a bunch of games already, and then I go to the main, and I'm perfectly happy. I'm having a great time. I know it's popular to make videos about how everything sucks. It's unpopular to be happy with stuff like, oh man, I'm really enjoying the Sprint. I'm having a great time with my Pac-Man, But it is what it is. That's the truth. I'm having a good time. What can I say? I wish Nintendo was doing better, but competition is always good, and was doing better for retro, right? It's all subjective, right? Like I like retro, this old retro stuff, but it's not the customer that the Nintendo Switch 2 is looking for. That's a completely different market, and they're being completely successful, right? It's not like they're hurting or anything, but for my generation, there's a lot of value here, right? There's a lot of value here. You could just go to this and get some fun. You can just play this and have some fun. You can get the Game Station Go and have some fun. You can even have fun with this, and the prices, they're already blown out, I think. But I still have a great time with this, guys. I'm not going to say that I hate it just because it's popular to say that people. I don't. I love this controller. This is my favorite controller right here. It is what it is. Second is this one. That's my mindset. All right, humans. Just wanted to tell you that members get it first, of course. Thank you so much, guys, for being members. I'm not gonna make any videos tomorrow because I'll be super busy. But I'm doing these today, and they'll publish tomorrow, and then we'll be back the day after that, probably strong. I hope so, man. I got a lot of work to do. Take care.